Oh my gosh, first YouTube video. It's so awkward. Today, I'm gonna show you that great dads are made one adventure at a time, and I'll prove it. So 8 years of student ministry could not have prepared me for what happened 3 months ago. 3 months ago, my awesome, amazing son, Tucker, was born.
Yeah, I think
This guy. What's up, Tucker? Say hi to YouTube. Hey, yeah. You see, 8 years of youth ministry, I spent all this time hanging out with teenagers, and I could not have anticipated the changes that would come with being a dad. And something that I've seen in youth ministry for years is that in our culture, the dad just seems to be absent, man. So many of our songs, so many of the storylines and the stories that I got from students were, I don't know my father, or I didn't have a good dad, or so many times in ministry you run across just this story of dads don't show up. This absentee father is just prevalent. When I had little Tucker, I'm like, man, I do not want that to be my story. I want to be the sort of dad who loves on his kid, raises him up. I want this little boy to be raised with character. I want a little guy who loves God, who's passionate, who loves people and loves loving others. Like that would be the call on his life. As men of God, the way we become great dads, what I'm reading in the scriptures is the way we become a great dad is one adventure at a time. There's a verse out of Deuteronomy that I just want to be like the main stage verse for me as a father. Deuteronomy chapter 11, it says in verses 18 and 19, fix these words of mine, God speaking, in your hearts and minds. Tie them as reminders on your hands, bind them on your foreheads, and here we go. Teach them to your children. Teach them the words of God. Speaking about them when you sit at home and when you walk along the road. Walking along the road. Dads, get this. When you go out and you play baseball or you're teaching your kid to throw the ball, this isn't just a moment for you to like idolize baseball and sports. This is a moment for you to talk about God. When you take your kid to school, like, all right, like even this, right now, Tucker, 3 months old, we sit with him every single night and we're starting to tell him about Jesus, even though he doesn't even speak English. Because as we sit in home, scripture says the way I make an awesome young man is I teach them the words of God. Now get this, when you sit with your kids, it will change their lives. And get this, it'll change your life. The way you become a good father is you spend time with the Father. So that's what this channel is going to be about. I'm kind of freaked out. YouTube is weird for me. Here's the deal. I want to show dads how to walk along the road and show their kids about Jesus they're doing just everyday life. And I want to grow and figure out how this is done. And so if you're a dad and you've walked this road, I need answers. I want you to comment. I want you to leave something below. How do you get your son, get your daughter to grow in character and to glorify God, passionately loving others? This is my first video and I'm totally freaked out because I'll be honest, talking to this camera, all I want is to help influence a generation of dads who are in their 30s and 20s and show them that God is going to raise up a generation of young men through the discipleship of a dad becoming a great dad, one adventure at a time. All right, first video down. If you like it, hit subscribe. There should be more to come.